All right, everybody, excited to have another episode of Promptings Stories. And if this is your first time joining in for Prompting Stories, basically what we do is that we highlight a business owner, an entrepreneur that is using the services from Promptings in their business and sharing how they serve their customers and their clients, and also how promptings can be a benefit in their business, how they use it, and a story about something that has happened from using these services. So with that, let me introduce our guest today, which is Miss Stacie. And I'm going to share my screen so that we can all see also her logo for her business. And so Stacie, welcome to this morning's episode, because it is morning right now when we are recording. And so Stacie Provost of Happy to Assist. I'm excited to have you on. So welcome, Stacie.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here and very excited.
So Happy is part of your business name, and Happy to Assist, what exactly do you do?
It's very similar to On the Mainland TaskRabbit, except I'm not good at assembling furniture, but I do a wide variety of other things. You know, I help people with the things that they just don't have time to do or just don't want to do, and then they can go out and do something fun instead of doing that task. So, you know, I organize tax receipts, I do remote work, I, or help them organize, say, a garage, or clean car, clean house, etc. Gardening. I kind of do a little bit of everything, whatever needs to get done.
Nice. And so are your clients spread out throughout the island because we live on an island, or is it a specific area?
I usually do the Hamakua coast, like from Kona to Waimea area. Is usually where I go. And if someone, I haven't had this request, but if I have someone that wants someone on the other side, there probably would just be a gas fee involved.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And so when you're helping them, when I'm thinking gardening, I've heard you share before that sometimes they actually like to garden with you because it's like having company to do something.
Yeah. And sometimes they want some ideas, but they also want someone to help them like pick up the weeds, because they don't mind picking the weeds, but they don't want to pick up all the weeds and etc. So I bag it all up and that kind of thing. Or sometimes I work right alongside with them and we're chatting away while we're pulling weeds or moving plants around. So it's fun.
Nice. And then you can clean their home if that's what they're looking for. And you were saying like with the tax receipts, oh, that's one of those things to where I've seen like milk crates, literally milk crates of like, here you go.
Yeah. I've helped a client organize different years of receipts and then put them on a spreadsheet. So then they can just hand them to their accountant or CPA.
Nice. And how did you even get started in this business?
It actually started during COVID. I had lost my job because of COVID. And I started helping a client or helping a friend of a friend. And then I started helping someone else with gardening. And then I have a close friend named Arliss who said, hey, you should make this into a business. And I thought, that's brilliant. So that's how it turned out. I like to see the end result of that person was so happy that that task is done and they don't have to deal with it anymore. And that glow on their face just makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah. And so you mentioned Arliss. So folks can go listen to the episode where Arliss was featured, and that would be episode number 2.
Oh, nice. Yay.
Yeah. So this is a wonderful community that we have here on island where we support and encourage other, we get to network, we get to basically, help support each other in business growth. And with business growth, that's a tongue twister there for me for that moment. One of the things that you have started to incorporate in your business are the services from Promptings. And we'll go a little bit into what those services are in the moment for people that don't know the details of promptings. But in a quick nutshell, the main service are cards that people can send that arrive in the mail. And how do you use that in your business?
Well, actually, two ways. One, I actually manage someone's send out cards account. And two, I use it for myself, for my business, personally and professionally. I'm working on the business portion. I've got the personal one down, but I'm working on the business one. I soon want to use it for clients saying, they paid for 20 hours and I want to send them a thank you card for that, or if I know their birthday is coming up, I'd like to send them a birthday card or even a holiday. I think that keeping in touch, I think, is very helpful in business.
Nice. So you said that you manage somebody else's account to send cards on their behalf. So that's another thing that Happy to Assist does.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So
and so you mentioned birthday cards, thank you cards when they purchase a certain number of hours for you to work for them. So that means that if they're purchasing a certain number of hours, that they have there's packages that are available. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. So you can pay me by the hour, but it's cheaper if you buy my hourly packages. It cuts down the cost a little bit. So,
nice.
And you can use them for up to 6 months of date of purchase. So you don't have to use them all at once.
Oh, perfect. So that makes it to where they save money for things that they're going to need your help for. And then for you, that's a way of being guaranteed that you're going to have a certain number of time that you'll be working with that client. That is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. And so then you send that thank you card because they're purchasing ahead of time a certain number of hours, and you're saying holidays and birthdays. Now, the other day when we were at the Chamber of Commerce event, you were sharing about a card that was not business related, but about a card and how it made somebody feel when they received it. Would you mind sharing about that?
Oh, not at all. So my dad, who's amazing and has gone through a long traumatic event due to cancer, and I helped him through it and whatnot. So I really wanted to give him a nice card to make him feel supported and loved. And I found a couple of pictures of when I was younger and added it to the card. And I just put in there that, I really appreciate everything he's done for me. I wouldn't be the person that I am without him. And he texted me, because he can't talk because he has a trach, but he texted me and said he really, really loved the card and it made him feel as though his life was worthwhile and that, he was proud of me. So it was amazing and it was awesome. So.
Wow. So actually you sharing about what you put on the card and the response that he had from receiving it, that the way that he texted you, since he's not able to speak, I could feel actually a different energy about that, to where it was a positive energy of how he felt from receiving that card, but then how it made you feel from receiving that text from him. So it's one of those things that just loops around. That energy that you send out is the same type of energy that you receive back.
Absolutely. Oh, definitely. And I love cards in general anyway. So this was perfect when I found out about send out cards, because I love sending cards and it's almost the same cost as buying. It's actually a little bit cheaper sometimes buying the card, and rather than going out and buying the card, it's cheaper to do it online, and you have a wide variety of choices and you can write whatever you want, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can write whatever you want. You can add photos, like you said, that you found a photo of when you were little and you put that in the card for your dad. That is fantastic. Yeah, so I would like to just go into a little bit about what Promptings is, and also send out cards. Basically, send out cards is one of the services that is offered by Prompting. So we'll look at a very short video, and then after that, we'll talk about how to reach out to Stacie for any help that she can provide through Happy to Assist. So here we go with a short video.
33 years ago, I received a prompting, an intuitive thought that I needed to say bye to my brother Chris before I moved away from home. I ignored that prompting. A couple of months went by, and all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, I received a phone call from my mother. She tearfully let me know that my brother Chris had just been killed in an accident. And I'll tell you, when I got that news, the only thing I could think of is that I had ignored a prompting to say bye to my brother Chris, and I would never have the chance to do it again. So I made a promise to him that night. I promised him that when I received promptings to act out in kindness, I would act. And I would do all I could to help as many people as I could do the same thing. Let me tell you, we've been on a crazy journey ever since, and that was 33 years ago. And we have learned a lot in that time about this word called promptings. We've learned a lot about what you can do with promptings. We've even created systems to help people act on promptings. In fact, we've helped over 200 million promptings to be acted upon over the last 20 years. And through all of that, we've learned amazing things. When you act on promptings to reach out in kindness, you create an incredible appreciation energy that comes back to you. It activates your inner voice. So now you got two things going on. You have energy going out to the universe and the people in it, and you've got energy coming back into you, and it activates who you are as a person, and it helps you to create your purpose and the genius that you have to offer the world. With that balance, there's amazing things you can do, and you can learn about it in the book called The Promptings Process. It is an ancient principle driven by a modern day process, and that process helps you to keep balanced energy in your life. With that, you can do amazing things. I encourage you to download this book and learn from this ancient principle and learn about the modern day process.
All right. So this was a fabulous time with you, Stacie. I'm really thankful that you came on. And for folks that are listening to the audio version instead of the video version, if you'd like to connect with Stacie, so Stacie, you have both Facebook and Instagram. And so that would be Happy to Assist, Stacie. And it's spelled Stacie. And then for your email, it's the same thing. And it's simply happy to assist, Stacie@gmail.com.
Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm really thankful that you're able to hop on today. And that story about your dad, it's like a goosebump story. That's for sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. All right, everybody. Until next time, hoo-wee-ho.